I'm back downstairs, Dad's home in the dungeon. Product video. We got product. We got video. I didn't do any trends last year, like trend forecasting of the year. My main trend forecast, I tweeted about this at the end of the year last year, was 2025 is the year that everyone who hasn't really accomplished anything but has been around the scene or been around people who do shit are gonna want their flowers just for being around, get a fucking participation medal in the streets. I wanna speak on that. I didn't think I was gonna have to speak on it already in February, but it's already ramping up. So I want to get ahead of it and speak on it. Because, for example, our good friend Jacob Gallagher at the New York Times basically wrote an article about fucking Twinkle Toes 18 months after we talked about it. So I just want to get this on the record now. Just prove that I am the Nostradamus of this shit. Gucci Gazelles, bro was like, there's a burn in the sole. And I was like, oh, hookah lounge? He was like, how'd you know? There's no other way you'd burn these. But they're actually clean besides that. They just got a hookah-related injury. Rick Cashmere, it's alpaca blend. I thought it was the Boyle Cashmere. I still might try this on. If this is in the video, I didn't take it home. If you guys aren't seeing this, then you'll see me wearing it. Air cuts. Richard. Supreme Kate Moss tee. What did Mateen say? I don't think this is Kate Moss. I said this is 100% Kate Moss. He said she looked like some weird ethnicity that she does not look like in this, but it is Kate Moss. Balenciaga, kind of like turtleneck, mock neck, soccer top. This is so fucking good. I tried this on, doesn't fit me. Prada, like tonal with like sealed zipper in the blue. This fucking track jacket. This shit goes fucking crazy, bro. 2017. This is so good. Back when Prada was good. Sorry, Ref. The Issey Miyake Jeets. The jean pleats.
Oh, whoa.
They're like Trump.
Like the fucking faux stitching.
Yeah, we got the Jeets.
So
the
creepy.
G's.
Those are kind of hard. Those
These are
said I'm
sick.
taking those.
Yeah, these are fucking hard. We got a Balenciaga belt that has like a melted buckle, and it's also very thin, like a suit belt.
Nah. We all know what that belt's for.
What?
Either for shooting up or
Autoerotic
autoerotic asphyxiation.
yeah.
For sure.
R.I.P. to the dude from Kill Bill.
He died because of that?
Yeah, you know that? They
Bill?
found him in Thailand, hanging from a fucking hotel shower, all choked out, and his dick was in his hand.
You know, those
Or maybe there was
win,
just
bro.
like, maybe there was just rope on the scene.
I mean, ew.
Like, not the hanging rope.
Yes,
The
yeah,
extension cord, but, like,
we know.
The rope he would have shot while doing that.
Yes, we know.
Margiela Mandarin neck denim jacket.
Fucking freak ass psych ward head ass
Yeah,
jacket.
dead ass. My favorite Prada belt, I have one of these that I bought in 2017 for $1,200. Dude, I was just fucking up money back then. It was so sick. I had that Marnie jacket I sold, and I was like, I spent like $2,000 on this shit. Got home, and I was like, I look dumb in this. The Chanel, like little
Booty shorts?
Yeah, I don't think they're worn. Nah.
Ew, dude. You're gonna get pink eye.
How? I didn't put my eye on it. I got protection on. Yeah, these are cute as hell. These could be worn by a dude. No shade.
Tiny piece. You'd have to
Or
have
just tuck up. A little tuck up.
Renaissance
Tuck it up.
piece.
Tuck it up.
I guess you could tuck it up.
A little tuck up.
It doesn't seem that long on the top unless you ain't got that much shaft.
Yeah. I mean, if you have like a tee on, you can like tuck it and just have some above.
That's so dangerous.
the mid.
Yeah,
the
because
mid
what if you like you lean down and then like your dick pops out, like your whole dick would pop out. If you
Well, I think
lean
also
over.
if you're gonna do a tuck, you got to keep some sort of chub to keep it, because otherwise it's gonna like slither out.
It's so uncomfortable. How would you keep a chub? Like you literally have like
For the
something
bit, for the aesthetic.
fucking pressing against your piece.
You obviously don't care about Chanel. LV, this is Mark era. This is reversible too, though, which is nice. This is cool. This is nice. Yeah, dude. So, like I was saying, I have a lot of thoughts about this. I'm not talking about anyone specifically, for the record, for everyone who's going to feel seen by this. But wanting your flowers is crazy to me. It's super egotistical, and it's a recession indicator. It shows that the streetwear, like fashion world, doesn't actually produce a lot of people who are able to make a good living, because anyone who has any semblance of a normal job or a normal amount of motion, or even elevated amount of motion, if you have elevated motion, you're not worried about your flowers. Let me fully state that, like, when people come in and tell me that like what you did with R2, or like, you know, how you like got me into shit really like meant a lot to me, and like you're the man, or you're like, you know, and give me my flowers, I appreciate it. But I tell people the same shit all the time, like that doesn't pay my bills. I do this for a living because it pays my fucking bills, and for no other reason, you know. Like, I'm not doing this for recognition. Obviously, yes, like what we did changed a lot of things and was influential, but that's not the reason I did it at the time. I did it at the time to make money. What I'm doing now is to make money. People have these fragile egos and no sense of self-worth, and they feel like they need outside validation, and they feel like they should, like, they're owed people like telling them that they did shit. Just because you like hung out downtown or hung out in Hollywood or on Melrose or were around rappers 10 years ago doesn't mean that you accomplished anything at all.
What's a connection between like people's upbringings and like how they view themselves or self-worth? I feel like that comes from a place of like not being shown gratitude as like a child, maybe.
I just think that people feel like they don't have any self-worth because they don't have any emotion 10 years in and they're like struggling to figure out their place in the world. People just peak super early, whether it's with social capital or with their money or whatever, and then they spend the rest of their life trying to get back to that. I think the biggest problem, it's something that's always been very concerning to me, is like I don't want to look back and be like my life professionally and personally peaked when I was in my 20s. Like that seems like a fucking nightmare. It's sick being up when you're in your 20s, but it's like every single day I strive to get to a place where like my life's going to peak in the future. You know, I hope I'm on an upward trajectory. I don't know if I am. And a lot of people are on a very like downward trajectory or have been for a long time. Maybe they've plateaued or maybe they're just not where they wish that they were. And they feel like everyone owes them like, oh, I remember, blah, 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 you were there. Like, oh, you really did this for me. And not everyone was super influential. Not everyone fucking deserves flowers, you know? Like, not everybody did anything, you know? Like, being around is cool, but not everyone's the fucking main character. We've talked about it before. We'll probably talk about it again. And this is emblematic of that.
I mean, how do you think people can fix that behavior?
Look in the fucking mirror and go get your fucking CDL. Go join the union and become an electrician and just live a normal life. Like, it's fine living a normal life. Hanging out with famous decks on Melrose in 2016 should not define you, in my opinion. Being up back in the day shouldn't define you. It's like the way you treat people and the way that you move forward every day in your life should be what defines you. It's my flowers that I actually want are like when the people that I care about are doing well and I'm able to help, you know, be part of that. Like, that's what I fucking care about. Taking care of the employees, taking care of the customers who come in, and like when people are stoked about the current store. Like, those are the flowers I want. Thank you to everyone who like tells me that round 2 was influential or that like the show meant a lot to them or got them into shit. And like, that's fucking sick, but like I don't actually give a fuck. And I don't mean it in a callous way. It's just like I already know what I've done and I'm comfortable with my place in the world. So I just want to keep doing better so I can get like to where I want to be financially and personally.
Being very close to you for years, I've got to say that I don't feel like we ever really talked about round 2. It didn't really have like any part of your personality and like a stranglehold or like your past successes, really.
Yeah, it's like I just never really cared. It was just like what we did. Well, also I think with R2, and I don't think we've ever even talked about this on these videos. With that, I never really felt like I was at the helm of that, you know? Like I think the other partners much more kind of controlled our destiny or steered the ship. And so like I was just there to kind of like help facilitate, you know? And so I never felt like as much ownership as anyone else. And so I was just like happy to take home hella bands every month and fuck up the bread that I had, you know? Like, and go out and do blow 4 nights a week and drive a 911 when I was 26. It was fucking sick. And to me, those are my flowers, you know? Like, like I was fucking in Richmond with a fucking 911 and a fucking Glock with a dick on it in the side, driving around, and it was so sick. And it was mad fun. And now I gotta grow up and hopefully do better. And so I think a lot of people who want their flowers super bad, take a look in the mirror, find something else to like judge your self-worth off of. Maybe go actually accomplish something instead of just being on the fucking scene. You know, like actually changing the world or doing something is probably helpful to like getting the flowers so which you desire. Otherwise they're gonna wither, brother.
So true.
And whether or not you need new product, we got you covered, you know? Is that a good outro?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, man.